Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the TD Walking Show. And today I wanted to talk about women that date bisexual men. And I was thinking about this subject because my best friend, her daughter, her husband is bisexual. And they have a good relationship. And then I just started thinking, I'm all about non traditional relationships. What works, what doesn't work. um, what's wrong with being non-traditional. And if you out here in the noise, my neighbor's house is being built next door, so that's what you'll be hearing. But I was just thinking about it. You know, women that do date bisexual men, I've often wondered, do you have like any concerns about it? Like the jealousy in me, I would think, okay, I can't compete with a man, so how can I compete? How will I be able to keep you at home? But I guess if you're open about it and the person already knows that that person has a different kind of what's the word I'm looking for, experience that they like to have in their life, as long as they're honest, I could kind of see it not being a problem. I could. I could see that as long as that man is honest, that young woman saying, it's okay, but are you going to? But then I wonder too, do they let them step out occasionally? Because if you have that urge, would you need to step out sometimes to go see them? I guess it would be no different than when women let their men see other women and they know about it. So I asked my best friend, how does it work for her daughter? And she just said that they just make it do what it do. She doesn't, she's not jealous about it. She doesn't ask them about it. This is something that he does and he's done in the past. And I guess when he's with her, he's faithful. And so it's not a matter or point of him seeing or messing around with other men. But as an older woman, it had to been happening during my younger time and maybe even now. And maybe the women just didn't talk about it. Because I know it's nowhere in the world that only the younger women are bold enough or confident enough to date an openly bisexual man. But I also feel that if a person is openly bisexual, I can appreciate that because I can always appreciate honesty. And that means that they're a responsible person because nobody's going to tell you all of their past. But I feel like they have an obligation to tell you if they like men and women, you know, because you don't want, sorry, y'all, the wind is blowing my water, but you don't want to um, be confronted with somebody, you know, saying, hey, I was with your man, just like you don't want a woman being confronting you saying, he community ping, where you don't want a man saying he's community ping. What do you all think about that? Does this seem like a rational thing? And then I wonder, when you are dating with a bisexual man, is that something that you all even talk about on a daily basis, or does he just tell you, hey, I'm bisexual, but right now I'm into you? How does that work? Now, I used to work with one of my friends. He died. He's dead. He's been dead about maybe about 6 or 7 years. He was bisexual. And he was older than me. And he told me that he used to be married, but his wife would always throw it up in his face whenever. And I know he was a very faithful man because when he was dating me, and he was very faithful. But he said that she would always throw it up in his face, and she was always concerned Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. But she was always concerned that he wasn't being faithful. And he said no matter how much he would try to, it's a plane going overhead, but no matter how much he would try to convince her or assure her that she was the only person for him, she would throw it up in his face at any given time that she realized that he was bisexual. And so, just thinking about that, why would you date someone that's honest enough to tell you their history, but yet you want to continue to throw it up in their face? So, when I think about it, and you all tell me what you think, but when I think about it, to me, that means that that particular woman, she lacks confidence. Because if he's now with you and you're confident that you have him, why would you continue to throw that up in his face? And unless maybe you're being hurtful. And then if you're being a hurtful type of woman, why date him in the first place? So maybe these younger women do have it more. They're more secure, they're more in tune with who they are. And maybe that's why they are able to date bisexual men because maybe we just weren't my age. Maybe we didn't have the confidence that they have because they're extremely confident, extremely. So maybe we didn't have that because they are able to date them. They don't make any judgments on them. They just go with the flow of the relationship. In my age group, I feel that we would make so many more judgments on a bisexual man than a young woman would. But as I said, I only know I know one young lady that has a bisexual husband, and then like my friend, I didn't know his wife by the time I met him. His wife was already deceased, and he was only seeing men. Oh, and there's something else. He told me that the reason that he only started dating men because he said he loved women equally, but he only started dating men because he got tired of having to explain himself to women. He said he would start out telling them the truth about him being bisexual. But then as the relationship would progress, they would start asking him, you know, I guess like accusing him if he worked over. Where have you been? You must have been with some in. Why are you late? You must have been with some ninja. You know, and he said that it would get so stressful to him that he couldn't even enjoy the woman, which is really crazy when you think about it. Because why would you date him in the first place? Let him tell you his truth, and then you're upset because he told you his truth. I mean, to me, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. You gonna tell me your truth, but I'm gonna be dang on mad at you because you're telling me your truth. And if he would have lied, then you would be mad at him because he lied and he didn't tell you. So it's almost like the men can't win. No matter what they do, if they want to be honest, they can't win. But I feel in my heart that these younger women, they have it right. I think that it's okay if you want to have a non-traditional relationship because I think traditional relationships are not surviving. They are not surviving. And I think older women, we need to look at these younger women And maybe you don't have to do a bisexual man, but look at these younger women, see what they're doing. And as we become widowers or divorced, we need to tighten our game up. We got a lot to learn. We better get at it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate my little subscribers. I do appreciate it. I love you. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. And this has been the TD Watkins Show. And once again, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.